Hi everyone, this is Chaster channel. My name is Kirill and we talk about watches here. This year, the famous series of divers from Orient, better known as Mako, celebrates its 20th anniversary. For this occasion, the brand has released two limited edition novelties with a special dial texture. First, there was a mechanical watch in a truly recognizable design, and then a solar chronograph series which has basically appeared recently. Both limited editions have reached us, and if you're quick enough, you can purchase them at chasterclub.com. Links will be in the description. Here are these two anniversary limited edition models in the Mako design with beautiful waves on the dial. We start, of course, with the legend, with the diver. In this case, we see practically preserved features of the watch from 20 years ago, when in 2004, the first models of these Orient dive watches appeared, and here, as you can see, the case still has these business-like elegant outlines, while practicality is also in place. Satin finishing, meaning there's no abundant polishing, so extra scratches won't accumulate. At the same time, you see the small glossy parts are responsible for elegance. Screw-down crown naturally with protective guards and a rotating bezel. We all know this. Of course, 120 clicks, unidirectional. Pay attention to the black coating on the side. That is, usually we had to see the side without coating. Here they've added black color. And on the insert, we see black and blue. And of course, a dot with a luminous material, can't do without it. It rotates quite snugly. So it's a slightly stiff bezel. Will appeal to those who don't like overly loose ones that rotate too easily. At the same time, the glass, which is nice, is sapphire rather than mineral. It's also slightly recessed below the bezel level, so reliability here is at a high level. Water resistance is 20 atmospheres, which means these watches are practically a genuine diver, just without certification. But in any case, the watch is ready to withstand deep water diving. And of course, the marine theme is represented by the pattern on the dial. Moreover, as we can see, the color is not uniform, meaning closer to the bottom of the dial it shifts more to black, while toward the top there's more blue. However, from a distance, the overall tone still appears dark, not light, but the blue color still stands out. Very, very beautiful and cool. All of this is complemented by golden hands and plus the golden logo. In general, I've noticed a trend lately that at least among Japanese brands, they often complement the blue palette on the dial with golden elements. We see this with Grand Seiko and other brands as well. As for the indices, Arabic numerals, calendar, we've seen all this before. In general, we've certainly come across similar models with various dial options to suit any taste and preference. But today's model is special. Here we can see around 4 o'clock the inscription Anniversary Edition. Yes, this is a limited edition dedicated to the 20th anniversary. Here, actually, on the case back, there's also a serial number. Only 3,000 pieces were produced in this series. In February, they announced the mechanical version, and then in August, they decided to add a chronograph as well. This is the same series of solar chronographs in the Mako style, which appeared quite recently, and we've also reviewed it. We remember that there are different colors available there too, and this series has been well received. So these really turned out to be cool watches, also with satin finishing, also with sapphire crystal. Basically, all the characteristics are the same, except for the movement. While in the Mako, it's naturally the F69, which is a mechanical classic with a 40-hour power reserve. But you already know all this perfectly well. Here it's a solar caliber, which means it's already a precise mechanism that charges from any light source and shows pretty good accuracy. Plus or minus 20 seconds per month. Plus here's a chronograph with an accuracy of 1/5 of a second. So if you notice between the minute markings, there are small ones, and we can essentially stop and determine that the second hand has now stopped. I believe 2 markings before 9 seconds. And naturally, the minutes are counted. In this sub-dial, the seconds of the main time are shifted to the 9 o'clock area, and this is the 12 to 24 indication, which shows that the time we have now is evening, not morning. And of course, the calendar is here in the 4 o'clock area, between 4 and 5 o'clock, where actually the same inscription is. Here's anniversary edition. And again, on the back cover, there's a serial number. Here we have model 1919 with a very beautiful number. In general, we only have 2 pieces of these left, and only one mechanical version remains. I think that the mechanical version has mostly been sold out in Japan, because when I was there in summer 2024, I saw the mechanical model at the main office, but it wasn't available for sale in the store. So indeed, the demand is likely quite high. As you can see in the dark, the design is practically indistinguishable. Obviously, in the chronograph version, the numbers 9 and 6 couldn't fit, as they've been replaced by sub-dials, but overall, the design is almost identical, with the green loom standing out brightly and excellent readability. What I like about the Mako design is its practicality, that is, not only does it look stylish and beautiful, especially with such a dial, but the dimensions of these models remain acceptable, meaning here we have a height of 46.8 millimeters, diameter of 41.8 millimeters, and thickness of 12.8 millimeters. As for the chronograph version, the dimensions are slightly larger, but not by much, so visually they look approximately the same. Identical bracelets. The bracelet width is 22 millimeters, mainly with a satin finish, as we can see, and the clasp is also standard. It fits wrists up to about 21 centimeters, and the weight of the model is also practically identical at around 168 grams. Of course, the chronograph is a more sporty option, meaning you can swim with them, do sports and time intervals. Yes, the mechanical diver naturally has water resistance of 20 atmospheres, and you can swim with it too, but I think it's closer to formal wear to business style. But in any case, both options are excellent everyday watches that look good and interesting both on a bare wrist and with a closed sleeve. Let's summarize our new items. It's worth noting that this design has become, well, practically the signature of modern Orient watches, at least in the price segment, up to, let's say, $350 to $500 US. First of all, what probably comes to mind are the Mako, these dive watches that are minimalist on one hand, and on the other hand, maximally practical and ergonomic, meaning they can be used in both urban and rural environments. Well, in this case, the wavy dial, anniversary model, limited edition model. It has a special elegance due to the colors, the design, and even the black coating on the side of the bezel. But the quality is as always good, the movements are excellent, both mechanical and quartz. And in principle, there are no special questions about the external structure at all. These are the Orient watches that we love, that we value and buy, especially at the store chasterclub.com. We still have these variants available, and naturally at the most affordable prices. At the end, I would like to know your opinion. Which model did you like more? Be sure to write about it in the comments. And if you like this video, then give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That's all. Bye for now.